Crystal. I'm your host, and it's your passion. It's my passion to help professionals 30 and over to get unstuck from their corporate 9 to 5 jobs to launch and grow a successful 6 figure business with my crystal clear blueprint. Today, let me introduce you once again my very, very faithful friend, Kate Carozza, and we will be talking about mindset mastery, cultivating success in every aspect of life. And I'm so happy and grateful for you, Kate. Thank you for being with me here in Crystal Clear Show once again, Kate.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited in what we're going to share. Well, mindset, it's our favorite topic, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is.
And we were just talking about how we have grown from day one since we met each other from another coaching session, mindset mastery with our coach Sylvia before, and it has been already 4 years. In 20 we met in 2020,
Wow.
isn't it? Yes. Yeah, and it's been a very exciting journey. It's people have mentioned me just recently, and they told me Crystal has changed tremendously. They I have grown from one person to a different, and in a span of 4 years. And I said, well, I need to practice what I learned. Isn't that what we need to do? So let's get into it. Kate, how has mindset help you, mastering your mindset help you improve your life?
It is transformational, right? I really wasn't prior to, I wasn't very aware. I wasn't very much engaged in creating my life. I was more in the mindset of life happening to me. So this has been a total 180, and I can be your witness that I watched you change from the shy, nervous, uh scared to get on live, and look at you now, right? Total change. So yeah,
Yes,
it means everything.
it's true. I remember when Sylvia told me, okay, what are you scared of doing? I was like, yeah, I'm scared of going online. And she said, okay, go out of this Zoom room, come back in 5 minutes, do a Facebook live. I'm like, I just told you I'm shy of doing that, and you're telling me to go out there. Well, what's wrong with you? But then, yeah, that's the start of it all. It's we need to get out of our comfort zone to really master everything. And by doing it, I have been doing this every week. I used to do it every day, but now every week has been an exciting journey. I look forward to having guests like you, my friend, and other different coaches from all over the world. I have interviewed different coaches from all over the world, and I sure have learned a lot from my interviews with them.
Yeah, it goes to that thing that you always quote, that you are the makeup of the five closest people that you surround yourself with. So
It's
I'm honored
true.
to be here with you.
I'm so happy and grateful for you being always saying yes to be my guest. And I just love when I talk with you. I learn so much from you, and I'm so excited. Finally, soon we're going to meet in person.
Yes,
Yay!
yes, that's going to be
Uh,
great.
It's going to be an epic moment for the both of us. I would like to ask you one more thing, Kate. How can we improve our lives by changing the way we think?
So, what's fascinating about this, I was thinking earlier as you were speaking, that this changing your mindset doesn't just impact one area of your life, it actually impacts every area of your life, because whatever you're thinking on a day to day basis permeates through everything, through your personal life, through your business. So, the mindset is very crucial for creating the life that you want to have. And like you with your business, I know that you've shared previously that this is carried over to your children, and your children are starting to imitate some of the things that you do. And that's because, unbeknownst to them, they're basically absorbing your mindset, your outlook on life. And what better can you ask for than to be able to positively impact your children?
It's true. And why do we do what we do? It's actually because we want to help our children grow to a better human being, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I just love learning that when we change our mindset, when we change the way we think, we also change the way we act on
Yes.
things, and we ultimately change our lives. And it's true because just like I mentioned earlier that an aunt and an uncle were discussing about me, and they said, yeah, the children are so happy now because before when they were little they used to frown a lot, and they used to just stay in one corner, but now they're so open, they're so jolly, they're so happy to see everyone. And it's because I am also happy and my mindset has changed. And like you said, we don't even know what we're teaching our children. I don't even know what I'm teaching them, but the way I act now
Hmm.
is what they copy. And it's actually what our children really do is what we do, not what we say. And it's really the ultimate learnings that we can share it to them, because we they do not do what we say, but they do what we do. So if we are happy, if we have a healthy mindset, if they can see us happy in everything we do, they will say, oh, it's the life is worth living.
Yeah.
And they will also impart it to their friends and to their future children and children's children. So I'm really happy to really realize that without me telling anything anymore to my children, that they learn.
Yeah.
People see the difference.
Yes.
Actually, people see the difference from how they used to be and how they are now. And and that's my ultimate goal, actually, that people will finally see how we can share to how changing the mindset, changing our lives is yeah, it makes a difference in other people's lives.
I'd like to share one little piece about this mindset thing, that was kind of like a game changer from me. So for me, this was a whole new experience to me. It was a completely different way of thinking, and one of the things that really just blew my mind was when I was told that every problem has an answer. That just blew my mind, because what it did for me personally, and as you know, Crystal, one of the very big key pieces about this mindset is that you have to take responsibility for your thoughts and for your actions. And so when I heard that thought that every problem has an answer, that it almost freaked me out and made me for a second feel bad, because I realized I was causing my problems. But then again, I was also the one that could come up with the solution. And to me, that is like the epitome of the mindset. If you just go from that one perspective, there really isn't anything that you can't do, because whatever issue, obstacle, problem, however you want to call it, in front of you, there's always a solution for you. So if you just stay persistent, you will come up with the solution. And that's what I just blows my mind about this mindset stuff.
Awesome. Yes, and there's one thing while you were speaking that came into my mind is also what we say that we can achieve. Um, the
Mm,
I heard it so many times that our tongue is the most powerful tool that we have, and it's like a two-edged sword. Is
yes.
that is
Yep.
that correct? Is that the
Yep. Double-edged sword. Yep.
double-edged sword? Like Okay, but the tongue is our tongue is so little. Why is it so powerful? But actually, finally, I have learned, and I'm trying to master it, but and I'm still slowly um doing everything I can to change, not only to change my mind, but to change the words I say to myself and the words to say that I say to other people, because it's definitely true. I can agree that what we say to ourselves, if we really can say, if we say bad things to ourselves, it will really become true because we believe what we say to ourselves. Our subconscious believes it.
Yep.
And if we say we can do this, we can make things happen, our subconscious believes us too. And what we say to other people is also very powerful, because when you curse someone, it's really it equivalent, one curse is equivalent to seven praises. And it's so surprising, because okay, but you say, sometimes you just jokingly say that, or because it's the modern world, it's we're just used to hearing these curses. But actually, you need to take hold of your tongue and really just say the positive things, the good things, that and so that only good things comes out of your mouth. And yeah, and it's really powerful, because before I used to say I'm dumb, I'm stupid, and I believed it for so long. And now I try my best to tell my children that you are a good person, even if they say no, I'm bad, because I'm a bad kid, because probably they heard that in school, that when they're not listening or something like that. And I say, no, I don't believe that. You are a good kid, you are a good person, and I know you can do what your teacher is asking you to do. But of course, you need to concentrate. Of course, they're children, so sometimes it's hard to concentrate after a long day of school. But yeah, that's how we can improve our lives. We really can master our words and our thoughts, and our lives will just change immensely, and it will just turn 180 degrees by just doing these two simple things. We change the things we say, and we change the things that we think about, and it will make a big impact.
Absolutely.
So, Kate, what are the three ways that we can implement to make uh, a success, to have a successful life? Can you share some three things that you do, and
Yeah,
that you can implement?
I think the biggest thing for me is, especially if you're brand new at this, is learning to be aware. So what that means is learning to be the observer of your thoughts and of your behaviors, and that's really hard, especially at the beginning, to catch yourself in what you're thinking. So that is the first and the most important. The more you can stay aware of your internal thoughts. So, like when you aren't talking, like even now as you're listening to me, you have internal thoughts going on, and it's learning to be aware of those to make sure that they're in the right direction, that they're in a positive nature and not a negative nature. So that's the very first thing. Second thing I would suggest is then filling your mind when you aren't thinking, filling your mind with positive stuff. So, for example, for me, on my way into work in the morning time, I have about a half hour ride in. I always purposely choose some podcast or some video that is positive in nature, that's going to fill my mind with good, as they say, soil for growth, right? And then probably the third thing I would list off the top of my head is at night, review your day and acknowledge what you did well during the day. We're not going to look at the negatives. What did you do well? And then prep your day, your next day before you go to bed, because the next day actually starts as you go to sleep. So those are probably the top three things that I would share.
Okay, let me recap that for our viewers. So learn to be aware. We need to observe our thoughts. Not only we need to really catch ourselves thinking what we are thinking instead of just going on and thinking about the problems, thinking of what happened in during the day. We need to really catch that thought and internalize and be aware of the positive nature of it instead
Yeah.
of dwelling in the negative. I love it. And fill your mind with positive things, and purposely choose a podcast or an audiobook to listen to whenever where you drive, when you're driving, or you're riding a bus, or waiting in line in a grocery. And at lastly, during the night before you go to bed, review your day and prep for your next day, for the following day. I love it because most of the time when we sleep, we doze off with our phones, and then or we watch news, or we look at the news, still negative, isn't it? And listen to the news. My husband, he loves listening to the news. He's listening to the election in the US, and the problems in the Philippines are like all negative.
Yeah,
Oh my
all negative.
gosh, they're all
No news
negative.
is allowed in my house. Not allowed.
Yes. Well, I just hear the news when he's listening to it, but then or else when I'm driving, I have a 1 hour drive to school, and it's long. So I listen to the rosary. Actually, I do rosary while driving, and also I listen to the Bible. There's Bible in a year that I'm listening to. I was like, oh, finally, I know what happened in Exodus. Oh, I finished Genesis. It's not really usual for me to read the book in one go, but it's so interesting. I was like, oh, how come I know that, like for example, the stories about David, about Moses. I know those stories, but listening to it every morning gives me a different insight for the day, and it's really energizing. It's so powerful when you listen to it every morning before your day starts, and it's a different ambiance, a different way of thinking because you hear the goodness of God, and I love it. And during the afternoon when I go back another 1 hour drive, well, I listen to audiobooks, I listen to Bob Proctor, to John Maxwell, and to the leadership podcast, because we really need to improve our lives, and the way we improve it is to improve our thoughts. There's no other way.
Yep.
I was in the gym the other day, and this 93-year-old lady, I asked her, oh, how was your day? How? Because she mentioned me last week that she was going on a vacation to Nice, to the south of France, by herself at 93 years old. I was
Wow.
like, what? What's wrong with you? Like, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm like, I wouldn't dare doing that because I myself, I've never been alone in a different country, yet alone in a different city without anybody else. But she's 93. She's 1,000 miles away from her daughter, and she says, I'm so excited. And for me, I was like, what's wrong with you? So she was talking to me the other day because I asked her, how did your vacation go? And she said, oh, I had so beautiful vacation. The sun was shining every day all throughout my week over there. I went on walks, and I really just had a great time. And I was like, okay, I would like to be like her when I turn 90 or even 80, because
Yep.
she's really enjoying life. And she told me, well, I would like to tell you this, and you need to listen. I was like, okay, I'm listening. She says, you need to start doing what you want to do in your life
Yep.
because life is short. And I was just listening to her, like, okay. And she said, I can see that you're hesitating. Life is short. You need to do whatever you want to do it now.
Yep.
And hearing that from a person like her at 93, she says, life is short. You really need to do what you want to do now and stop waiting. I just said, okay, it's true. We need to stop waiting and waiting for the right timing, waiting for the right people to come, waiting for the whatever
Yep.
reason. Because I have been waiting for the right timing, the right people, the right.
It'll never come.
It will never come.
Just do it.
Indeed, just do it. Night, just do it. And just like what Sylvia made me do, I had to go out of my comfort zone. I had to
Yep.
go out and do a Facebook Live, trembling and perspiring. My hands were all messy. I was like, okay. And now I'm really so enjoying. I'm enjoying this. I'm
Yes.
enjoying doing Facebook Lives
Makes you
and
grow.
people. And yes, and I have grown because I've been doing this. And I have met so many beautiful people because of this. And if I have not, I don't know, maybe I would still be that angry crystal, like depressed and negative, and who would want to be with me? I don't want to be that. I don't want to be with her. And I just want to enjoy life, just like what my friend Janine, the 93-year-old lady, taught me. You need to enjoy life. You need to do what you love to do. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to master your mindset. You need to
Yep.
cultivate, and you need to just do it. Just do it afraid, because it will never be perfect unless you do it. And I heard even John Maxwell said, if you don't practice 10,000 times, it will not you will not become perfect in doing it. So
Yep.
just practice, practice, and practice, and do everything one step at a time. And in the end, you accumulate all those steps, and you're out there, you're in the finish line. And even Bob Proctor says we never finish. Actually, we're
Yeah.
finished when we die. So
Yep.
I don't want to die alone. I don't want to die miserable. I want to die fulfilled. I want to die happy. I want to die with being able to help a billion people. So that's my goal, to be able to help a billion people have a better life, have a better mindset. And it's all because I invested in myself, I invested in a coach, and I continue to grow every day. And
Same
so
here. Same here with me. Invested in myself and invested in a coach. It's so, so important.
it is. It's definitely a game changer. I know it's sometimes a lot of people here when we hear about getting a coach, getting investing in some mastermind, and they don't see the value of it
Yeah.
yet. But then once you're there, it it's really a
Right.
game changer. Like I
Yeah.
said, it helped me grow in my mind, in my family life, in my parenting, in my business. And personally, I'm a changed person because of the coaches that I hired and because of the masterminds that I have joined.
Agree.
So there.
Agree.
So, Kate, is there anything that you would like to share for those who were not able to listen our sharing earlier? One last crystal clear advice for our viewers. And what would it be?
I would say if this whole concept about mindset interests you, start reaching out to people that are involved in it. Get surrounded by them. Like we discussed earlier, you are a composite of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So start by surrounding yourself with people that are already ahead of you so that you can make drastic gains in where you are to where you want to be.
Yes, definitely. Well, one more thing. I am hosting a face to face training about successful mindset and how I went from zero to 150 employees in 10 years
Wow.
and from zero to 1 million in 1 year. Actually, I just realized that we went from zero to 1 million in a year. Who
Yeah.
does that? Not a lot of people.
Right.
And even our banker says, you're part of the 2% of the world. And sometimes I just don't realize it because we reinvest our money to our company. And that's because we wanted to help other people. And, but that has given us the financial stability, the ability to buy things for our children, the ability not to worry if we need to go to the doctor, if we need to have our children have needs to have braces. We don't worry about this kind of stuff anymore because we are stable financially. And that's what we want to share also, to be able to be financially free and not worry about the prices of the medical bills or stuff like that, or to be able to enjoy life, just enjoy life with your children because they are here in the world because we wanted them to be here and not because we want them to wait for us until 7 p.m. because we will finish work from 9 to 7 p.m. and we will arrive work tired and cranky. No, we want to have special time with our children, and that's really very intentional. You need to be intentional to be able to earn more so that you can give more. And well, we're doing this. I'm doing a face-to-face training on Saturday, February 17th, and a Zoom training on February 20th, Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central European time or 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
And
everyone's invited. The link will be
where do
down.
you where do you get the link, or where do you get the information for that?
So I will post it right after our live so that they can register in this training. Okay. I'm excited because I am fired. Just like my friend Janine says, do it now. Don't wait for another second. Do what you love now. And I love to share how we are able to be financially free. So there
Excellent.
you go. Thank you once again, Kate. I'm so happy and excited to see you finally face to face in
Can't wait.
April. So, thank you once again, everyone. Have a great day. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.